So I'm out today testing the new KLR. I have a hard time saying that. I've been used to saying old KLR for the last, I don't know how long, 5 years I guess. And that's kind of what I started out on motovlogging anyways, was a Gen 2. Then last year I bought a 10RA700, and I actually just recently, this year, purchased a TW200. So hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit of my background real quick on what type of bikes I'm used to and sort of what my expectations might be for the new Gen 3 KLR 650. There's definitely going to be kind of some negative things, which if you guys have seen my other videos, you know that I try to be as real and upfront about stuff as possible. That seems to upset a lot of people, but whatever. I care more about the people who are actually interested in buying one of these. The very first thing that I noticed while riding this thing on the road compared to my other two bikes, and actually the 10RA700 honestly is pretty bad about this. The wind, what are we doing, 40 here? It's not too annoying, but it hits me right about here, and here it's clean, here it's kind of buffeted, and then up here it's also clean. That gets pretty annoying when you're wearing goggles. I actually took this just to the gas station the other night to put fuel in it for the first time and forgot my earplugs, and I guess I'm just kind of accustomed to having earplugs in, so maybe that was part of my issue. But oh my gosh, I didn't enjoy the ride at all. It was just driving me nuts, and I think it actually is worse than the 10RA700, and I don't really know why. I mean, that just kind of has a different shaped windscreen. Anyways, it's not really important. Moral of the story is, if you're going to buy one of these and run goggles, you're probably going to want a different windscreen. I'm hoping that the aftermarket game comes out with something that's a little bit more rally styled and stuck up straight. I think that should probably help a bit, and it would be nice to have a nice clean air pocket here, especially with a helmet with a peak on it like that. At about 40 like this, the bike feels pretty smooth. You get a little bit of vibration in the handlebars, nothing bad, nothing that I think would get annoying after a long ride. When you move up to, let's say, what are we at, about 50 in fifth gear, still about the same, not too bad. What a beautiful day for a ride. I tell you the temperature, but of course we don't get that. I actually don't mind the upgraded dash on here. The information that the T7 gives you is slightly more advanced with the gear shift and whatever, but honestly, I don't really care. I don't really think staring at a tech is really a good thing anyway, or a good habit to get into. So, probably best that it just doesn't have one. As far as the acceleration, and like I said, this only has 43 miles on it, so I'm not gonna beat it up too much. It's not a 10RA700, that's for sure. It's also not a TW200. It definitely has more power than that bike does, obviously. Does it feel any faster than my original KLR that I had when I started the channel? No. I almost want to say maybe it feels slower. However, that bike, every time I took off with it, I pretty much pinned it. I'm not doing that now. That also had a pipe on it, and it was jetted, and I had it desnorkeled. So, I don't know. That one was probably right around actually the same horsepower that this is, you know, give or take a few. Fuel injection on this, I like. It starts really nice. I did actually snub it off in my yard, and it did seem like it kind of had a hard time. Oop, that is where I'm turning. Anybody behind me? Nope. Sorry, everyone. I did actually not want to start. I had to give it a little throttle, which you shouldn't really have to do with a fuel-injected machine, but who knows. I like the fuel injection, though. It does seem really smooth. I have noticed, especially at low speeds, and at high speeds it doesn't seem like it matters. Let's see if we can get it to do it, and I don't know if it'll even come across on the camera. Probably will not. But there's kind of like a weird decel fuel cutoff when you first let off the throttle. I don't know. Maybe it was still kind of doing some fuel mapping and figuring itself out the other day. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll do it as... there it kind of was. Just kind of an abrupt, weird jolt after you kind of let off, or as you kind of let off the throttle. Oh, there it was a little bit. It's kind of a little bit of off and on, and just ends up kind of jerky. I'm going to look into doing a two-wheel Dynoworks reflash as soon as they come out with a map for this, and I assume that they will. Then that should probably clear anything that I'm feeling there up. I don't remember where I'm supposed to be going. I think still this way. I mean, it's got power. It's not like it doesn't, but And obviously, if you're looking at this bike, hopefully you understand that this is not going to be like my 10RA 700. I mean, it's just not. It's not really meant for on-road performance. That doesn't mean you can't have fun on it. Like I said, I think a louder pipe would probably make it feel a bit faster. It always does for me anyways, which I know some people look down on that, but I got hit riding a KLR 650 actually. Not that my loud pipe helped me in that situation, but when you're riding next to cars and people are on their phones, you know, I don't really care if I'm annoying people. I'd rather be annoying than invisible and dead. But I'm probably gonna put a loud pipe on it. If you got a problem with that, well, that's your problem, I guess. We're getting real on this one, boys. Hello, cows. I see you. Yeah, so even standing up, I guess maybe you guys can hear that. A lot cleaner of an air pocket up here, that's for sure. Good scenery too. Yeah, and I kind of mentioned this a little bit during the test ride video in the woods. I do not like the foot pegs on here. The rubber doesn't really seem to isolate the vibrations very much. That maybe it could even be amplifying it, honestly. I don't think the last set of pegs I had really even made it any worse. On the old KLR, that is. The foot pegs do not allow me to get my big boots in between the foot peg and the shifter unless I scoot all the way forward up against the tank, which isn't a horrible place to be. It's probably where you should be on a bike like this. But I like to scoot back a little bit once in a while. And I also like to be able to shift standing up, and you can't do that with these foot pegs and with this shift lever. I know you can get longer shift levers, but I don't like doing that because then you risk bending it and scratching the case up. So will not be doing that. Have I said anything positive yet? This wasn't supposed to be all negative. The seat I really like. That's a bald eagle, and of course you can't see him, but he's up there. You can see his tail a little bit. The seat is super comfy. I like that it is not slippery. Oh, Mr. Eagle. The seat is not slippery like the old Gen 2 that I had. It's pretty nice and sticky, actually, which I really like. And in general, this bike is really very comfortable. It maybe doesn't have the power of the 10RA 700, but it definitely has it beat in the comfort category. Bars really feel great. They're not the prettiest thing in the world, but they definitely feel good. They feel like they're in the right spot for me. When I stand up, they're, I don't know, maybe not great, but I might just not be used to where they are either. It's still plenty fine. I can ride it just as is, off-road or on. The tank is nice and wide, which threw me off a little bit at first, but honestly, I think actually squeezing this bike probably feels a bit better than squeezing the 10RA 700, just because that has some kind of weird protrusions and stuff. This thing feels plenty solid on the pavement, really at any speed that I've hit so far. We will jump on the highway and test it out there. But count the 0 to 60. Again, I don't think I really want to rev this up much more than that, but as you guys can probably hear, again, now the wind noise picked up, but it is pretty annoying. Supposed to just try the brakes out, huh? Woo! There was the back tire. Yeah, I think the back tire almost has a little bit more power than it should. Try to do a little bit more front braking power this time. I wasn't locking it up, but I guess not all that impressed with that. Oh, hello, Mack truck. Not a good place to be. Sorry. Here I come. This is the first official 70-mile-an-hour highway ride on the new KLR, and I really hope that you guys can hear me. I'll just scrunch down like this to make sure you can. I would say this feels awesome. Again, don't have a tach, no idea where we're at as far as RPMs go, but this feels good. It doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. Bye. You guys like days like this? I think it's kind of cool. Oh boy, now we got the buffeting from the semi. So at 70, give it a little bit of shake. That feels super solid, actually. I kind of wonder if the bit of looseness that I had when I would do that on the old KLR was really just the tires. There still is no 6th gear, I just checked. The bike definitely feels like it belongs on the road. All the wind protection here is super nice. Big, clean air pocket here. So if there's anything that you think that I missed during this video, if you guys have information or if there's anything I missed and you guys have questions that you think I or somebody else could answer, please take a look down in the comment box below and leave your own comment down there. If you guys want to see more videos of the KLR 650, if you want to see any of the other bikes that I listed earlier, I do videos every weekend, so hit that subscribe button, click the bell after you subscribe, then I'll let you know anytime I put a video out. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to squeezing as many videos out of the KLR before the snow hits, and who knows, maybe a little bit after the snow hits. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Stay swanky. Get out. Enjoy this beautiful world, even if there is a little bit of rain on your visor. I'm going to have to pull over and fix that now. I just made that way worse. If you can't, then hey, check out some more videos over here.